You're watching award-winning D93 News with Samantha Williams and Phil Campbell. Number one in the Gem State.
Hello and welcome to D93 News.
It's another jam-packed show, Sam, and it all starts with an update on Hope Squads.
At the start of the school year, D93 brought Hope Squads to the Gem State. Hope Squads are the eyes and ears of your school. They are comprised of students who are trained to watch for at-risk students, provide friendship, identity warning signs, and seek help from adults. The program works with school advisors to train students who have been identified by their classmates as trustworthy peers to serve as Hope Squad members. Through evidence-based training modules, Hope Squad members are empowered to seek help and save a life.
One of the fun things about the program is Hope Week. Several of our schools had Hope Week last week. Over at Fairview, they had an Olympic-style competition. And throughout the week over at Bonneville, they had fun events every day at lunch.
Yes, because I'm going to do my stanky leg.
Watch me.
This is a great time for people to come and just smile and be happy. This is awesome.
Yeah, this is a great week of positivity. The dance floor is by A&B Production. Corey came and has been here Tuesday too, and so this spread a lot of fun and positivity throughout the school. We have some fun like PVC pipe games. We have ping pong going on. We have some little tiny arcade games back there, and you all get little tickets that you can turn in and get little prizes from it and stuff.
On the evening of March 26th, Bonneville Joint School District 93 will be holding a Hope Squad Parent Night for all to attend. The evening meeting will be a Hope Squad training for parents. Dr. Greg Hundle will be the trainer for the parent meeting. Dr. Hundle came up with the concept for Hope Squads and has had tremendous success in Utah.
That's exciting. Now, voters in Bonneville Joint School District 93 are being asked to approve a bond measure during the March 13th bond election. D93 is hosting community meetings to help inform the public of the bond and why it is needed in the district.
Now, both meetings are scheduled for next Tuesday. The first meeting will be at 6 p.m. at Sand Creek Middle School. The second meeting is at 8 p.m. at Rocky Mountain Middle School. This is a great opportunity to have your questions answered and to learn more about the March 13th bond measure. The bond measure there's a lot more information about this if you go to the D93 webpage, which is www.d93schools.org.
D93 hasn't run a bond campaign since 2015. That's when voters showed overwhelming support for the bonds to build Thunder Ridge High School, a football stadium, and a performing arts center. Thunder Ridge is roughly 80% finished. Katie Kelleher recently went on tour of the building and has more from Thunder Ridge. Katie.
It's a lot more fun now that we start to see people going into buildings and into classrooms. It's going to be a great experience and has been so far.
The new Thunder Ridge High School is finally starting to look like, well, a school. Lights are on, lockers are in, and construction is just a few months from completion. One of the highlights of the new school is its gym.
The main gym here, the main court, and then you got two practice gyms on either side, and there'll be bleachers on either side that go down to the main court and then up above even almost to the ceilings.
Classrooms are also starting to take shape.
This is one of the biology rooms. You can see there's just a lot of cabinets, a lot of countertop, a lot of lab space.
The auditorium is close to being ready. Crews used a unique way to create the upper seating.
Our tiered seating is all built out of foam. Big foam blocks, we stack them up into this pattern you see over here, and then we pour a thin kind of shell of concrete over the top of it, and then the seats are bolted down to that thin layer of concrete.
With a capacity for 1,500 students, one of the main key designs for the building was to be open. There are big windows in all of the classrooms and hallways to bring in more light.
It's going to be a nice open facility, and we have windows. In our district, for sure, that's something that is a nice addition, that have some natural light. In almost every classroom in the building will have some natural light.
The school is scheduled to be ready for the new school year this fall. The district wants people to know that just because there is a brand new high school, all of the schools in the district will have the same quality teaching and programs.
It doesn't matter where you're going to school in the district. You're going to have a good education, have good opportunities to be successful and to explore different ways to be unique and to be who you are.
In Idaho Falls, I'm Katie Kelleher.
Construction of Thunder Ridge is on schedule and is set to open this summer.
Well, last week we were saddened to hear the news of the school shooting at Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. Our hearts go out to the victims of this tragedy. In D93 schools, student safety is a constant focus for every member of our school's district team. We hold frequent training sessions with our staff, and we practice drills with students. We have safety procedures and security cameras in place.
We encourage you to please take the opportunity to talk with your children about the importance of speaking up right away if ever they become aware of a possible threat that could impact students. Telling a trusted adult, a parent, or a school employee could save lives.
D93 is committed to protecting the safety of our students and staff. Katie Kelleher took a closer look at some of the safety measures during an active shooter drill at Yukon Elementary.
Most schools these days do have a plan in place in case of an active shooter. One school safety analyst tells me the one thing that can make a huge difference when preventing a shooting, paying attention to the students. Preparedness is essential for student safety in the case of an active shooter in any school.
First of all, understand what your school's emergency operations platform is. Be prepared to act in it. Make certain that your staff is prepared to act.
Guy Blissner is a school safety analyst for the state of Idaho. He says many school shootings are former students. He says it's important to pay attention to students and see if they change in any way that could be concerning.
And by and large, the schools across this area do a fairly good job. Again, what they do the very best job in is that connection with their students.
Back in October, Yukon Elementary School took preparation a step further. The administration held a drill with deputies shooting inside the school so teachers and students can know what it sounds like.
It's one of the lessons that we go with, that we've learned through different shootings, is people don't recognize the sound of gunshots, gunfire inside of a building, and so we want to familiarize them with the sounds of firearms.
They say gunshots can sound like a variety of different things.
For example, at Bonneville, where they had a lot of tile flooring, you drop a book there, it can be really loud. You can sound, we shot off 9mm handguns in Bonneville, and it sounded like a book dropping. So we want to familiarize them.
Publicity about school shootings may stir up memories, fears, or emotions in your children. Limiting exposure to repetitive, disturbing TV coverage of the tragedy can help prevent your child from getting anxious. If your child is having a hard time, please contact your child's teacher or their counselor.
And now for our East Idaho Credit Union Invested in You, Invested in Community feel-good story of the week. Sam, it's a good one.
It is. This is awesome. 4 boys at Rocky Mountain Middle School made Valentine's Day extra special for Keisha. They presented Keisha with a gift every class period and ended by giving her a bouquet of roses and heart balloons during 6th period. She was so happy and loved every minute of it. Her parents tell us words can't express how much this means to them that these boys would do such a wonderful thing for their daughter.
Oh yeah, I got some flowers, balloons, chocolates, and that's it.
And how did that make you feel?
Happy, sad.
Sam, it speaks volumes of our community. Like sometimes, around the country, you think middle school boys, nothing but trouble. Here, I mean, they did such a kind deed on Valentine's Day. I love it.
I do too, and she was so excited and just could hardly contain herself, and I heard that she even cried.
Very special. Well, that's going to do it for us. We'll see you next time on D93 News.